Welcome to Movie Screen, the home of movie news and entertainment. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for all the latest industry film information.
Fans of the original 1989 classic B-movie Roadhouse will be delighted to know the reboot is due for release this year. The original movie starred 80s Dirty Dancing star Patrick Swayze. In the 80s classic, Patrick Swayze played Dalton, was a well-known cooler with a shadowy past who gets hired to handle security at the Double Deuce, a nightclub in Jasper, Missouri. Immediately establishing himself as an uncompromising and formidable force, Dalton can match any guy, including Brad Weasley, played by Ben Gazzara, the town's criminal lord and business tycoon who will do anything it takes to drive Dalton out of the community. Finally, a remake is on the horizon, 35 years later. Doug Liman, the director of Edge of Tomorrow, will helm the Roadhouse remake, which is scheduled for release this spring of 2024. The main character, Dalton, will be portrayed by Jake Gyllenhaal, and UFC champion Conor McGregor will have a crucial but unidentified role. The pairing of Liman and Gyllenhaal may be the winning combination for the new Roadhouse, even though it is unlikely that the guilty pleasure excess blend of martial arts fight scenes and gratuitous nudity that made the Patrick Swayze-led original a beloved classic will be repeated in this updated version. What is known about the Roadhouse remake is as follows. In the Roadhouse remake, Gyllenhaal will play the role of James Dalton, a former UFC fighter who takes a job as a bouncer at a rowdy bar in the Florida Keys. Dalton soon discovers that only some things are what it seems in this tropical paradise. This is not the first attempt to recreate the 1989 action movie either. In 2015, it was revealed that Ronda Rousey, a former UFC fighter, had agreed to play the lead in a remake of Roadhouse, which would be written and directed by Nick Cassavetes of The Notebook. Additionally, it was said that Rousey contacted Lisa Nemi, Swayze's widow, to request permission to portray the well-known Dalton role, and Nemi granted it. Prior to that, Rob Cohen, the director of The Fast and the Furious, was scheduled to helm the picture, but he ultimately left when Rousey joined the cast. The remake will be directed by Doug Liman, who also made the films Edge of Tomorrow and Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Chuck Mondry and Anthony Bagarozzi, the Nice Guys, wrote the script based on a plot concept they co-authored with David Lee Henry, the original Roadhouse screenwriter. The remake was produced by Joel Silver, who also produced the original movie. Editor Doc Krotzer, Shotgun Wedding, assisted cinematographer Henry Braham, Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 3. During his monologue for his Saturday Night Live hosting gig in April 2022, Jake Gyllenhaal discussed how much of his career he has spent performing serious roles or putting in a lot of work on method acting preparations for specific characters. But in recent years, Gyllenhaal acknowledged that he has realized how inherently joyful acting is, and he claimed that, in terms of his most recent professional decisions, "I'm finally embracing that joy again." This is apparently the reason Gyllenhaal has starred in action-packed films from filmmakers such as Guy Ritchie, Doug Liman, and Michael Bay in 2020. This leading male from Brokeback Mountain defines joy as appearing in action-packed films. The most peculiar aspect of Gyllenhaal's side trip into action filmmaking is that, instead of thrilling burgeoning filmmakers with novel, innovative ideas, he consistently takes on roles alongside seasoned pros in the genre. Gyllenhaal has collaborated with Guy Ritchie, Doug Liman, Michael Bay, and other individuals. The most of them have produced one or two critically praised films in their careers, although Bay has gained more accolades from scholars and critics recently. But none of them will immediately catch your eye when a new motion picture is unveiled. From reports, the new Roadhouse reboot is going to have the same storyline, but the character of Dalton will have a strong UFC background. This is a good addition to modernize the story and the character. Gyllenhaal has really buffed up for the role as shown in these behind-the-scenes shots. He totally looks like a real UFC fighter. Wow! The new film will also have less sex and sleazy scenes, as the original was full of it and was very sexualized. Naughty, naughty. The new movie will be very grounded with a gritty undertone. From first looks, we believe it will have a look and feel like Creed, which is a really good sign. The film was originally set for theatrical release, but after the Amazon buy out of MGM, Amazon have decided to release the movie on Prime Video. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Do you think the Roadhouse reboot will be any good? And do you think Gyllenhaal will do justice to the classic Swayze role? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.